Unbelievable underwater American discoveries. Number 10. Don't you wish you can buy a treasure map and strike it rich? That's almost exactly what Jay Miskovich did after buying a map from a friend in 2010. This amateur treasure seeker found a large amount of emeralds off the Florida Gulf Coast. 80 pounds of emeralds were uncovered, and the origins of where they came from were unknown. The nation was intrigued, to say the least, and everyone wanted to see for their own eyes. This discovery was a little too good to be true. With a lot of pressure coming from the federal government, it's believed that the ongoing investigation caused him to take his own life. More money, more problems, I guess. Number 9. How many of you have dreamed of uncovering a pirate boat from the 18th century that belonged to the legendary Blackbeard himself? In 1966, an important piece of history was brought to the surface with the help of underwater divers off the coast of Beaufort, North Carolina. The vessel of Queen Anne's Revenge finally saw the light of day once again. Who said pirates were only in the Caribbean? They came across heavy cannons, some weighing 2,000 pounds each. 30 cannons were found total. Each cannonball that was fired weighed at least 6 pounds. More than 280,000 rare historical artifacts were found. This pirate met Davy Jones' locker in a gruesome fashion. British soldiers displayed the severed head on the warship where he was executed as a warning to pirates. Still a great find for archaeology. Number 8. In Lake Michigan, a formation of stone similar to Stonehenge in the United Kingdom was found not too far off the coast of Lake Michigan. They decided to keep the exact location a secret due to the sensitive nature of this information. 2 treasure hunters were looking for shipwrecks when they found something they wouldn't believe with their sonar. They started to see stones lined up and took photos of the images that came to their screen. What would something like this be here in North America? It appeared to be artificially set stones underwater, and they decided to go scuba diving to find out exactly what it was. It appeared that some stones had been carved to look like a prehistoric mastodon from granite. The last time this lake bed was dry was over 12,000 years ago. Number 7. The CEO of Amazon funded a treasure-seeking operation to find the engines of Apollo 11. This was the mission that took Americans to the moon before the Russians. The engines were successfully discovered the day before the 44th anniversary of the moon landing off the coast of Florida. It took quite the technology just to remove these pieces. They were found 14,000 feet deep at the bottom of the ocean. The team of researchers located pieces of the Saturn V rocket, the thrust chamber, and the fuel manifold that scientists and engineers worked so diligently in order for Americans to be the best in the space race. These important American artifacts can now be enjoyed for all of us in this patriotic country to enjoy our accomplishments. This finally proves the moon landing wasn't a hoax, right? Number 6. Did you know that pirates were even in the Mississippi River searching for booty? This discovery was made near Missouri after a group of scuba divers decided spontaneously to search for riverboat artifacts and uncovered a boat from the 1700s in remarkable condition. So how did no one find this before? It was only in a river. This 300-year-old boat, called the Negrito by its crew, and the captain who sailed this boat through the 7 seas was Black-Eye Dan. Wait, hold on a minute. You're telling me this is a fake? Okay, turns out this was a cruel hoax among the people of Arkansas and St. Louis. So if you came across this story or read it somewhere, it's our job to let you know this one wasn't real. Cool photo nonetheless. Number 5. As water levels are at an all-time low at Lake Mead due to a severe drought in the recent years, this revealed a ghost town. Each year, Las Vegas's water reservoir seems to diminish slowly, and things that were once underwater are now popping up, even cities. Unbelievable, but this is true. The abandoned town of St. Thomas is now visible and can soak up the sun. People fled their homes when Hoover Dam was built. It blocked the water flow. Founded in 1865, this is also one of the oldest cities in southern Nevada, even older than Sin City by 40 years. Tourists can now visit the ruins of the ghost town. This just goes to show you how fast water goes missing in the desert. Number 4. Off the Jersey Shore, 2 mysterious trains rest in peace. What's it doing there, or how did it get there? Archaeologists are still unsure of this. This is one of the oldest models of trains we know from the 1850s. Some believe this is a train that was simply pushed off a boat to prevent it from crashing due to a large storm. Now completely covered in rust, this machine was state-of-the-art technology for its time, but amazingly well preserved. Even the smokestacks that make this piece so unique are still visible after a century and a half have passed. The New Jersey Transportation Museum is planning on bringing this back to the surface in order to conduct some research. Number 3. The scuba divers who decided to go swimming in the Colorado River spotted a bone-chilling discovery. While diving at the bottom of the river, they discovered a few skeletons dressed up in wigs and sunglasses. One even had a sign that said Burnie. Although skeletons weren't real, the diver who discovered them thought they were and called the authorities immediately. Arizona police knew they were fake right away. They realized Burnie was a reference to Weekend at Bernie's, the movie where people carried their boss around the beach pretending he was alive. The cops thought it was funny and put them outside the station for a good laugh. Number 2. Radioactive aircraft carrier. A World War II aircraft carrier has recently been uncovered off the coast of San Francisco, and the cargo it was carrying was quite deadly. Hundreds of barrels of radioactive waste are still located within. It's also in quite remarkable condition, as if it's ready to go to battle. Luckily, the radioactive waste is not contaminating the ocean, according to nuclear scientists. The fact that this aircraft carrier is still holding tons of toxic material right off the coast of an American city is quite astounding. There is still visible damage. Number 1. The Spanish had an extraordinary navy that was feared among many countries. With the discovery of the New World and the plunder from their colonies, this led to large amounts of treasure being transported back home to Spain. Unfortunately for them, not all these galleons and transport boats survived the journey. In this case, a hurricane destroyed a large fleet of boats that were sailing from Havana, Cuba to Spain that were carrying an estimated of $400 million worth of treasure. 300 years later, a family in Florida came across a rare discovery and it made them millionaires in the process. Only $175 million worth of treasure was recovered. Of course, the Florida government will take their share of plunder, but the family will hold on to 51 rare coins and other priceless artifacts.